Welcome to DevOps Beacon. We have already discussed nudge theory and different types of nudges in part 1 of this series. If you haven't watched part 1, please check out the description box. You can find the link by clicking on I button as well. In part 2 of this series, we will cover the remaining nudges. First, let's recap. In part 1, we covered what is nudge theory, default nudge, relevance nudge, information nudge, reminder nudge, fear nudge, and mood nudge. In this video, we will cover accessibility nudge, limiting nudge, temptation nudge, social proof nudge, numerical anchors nudge, competition nudge, sympathy nudge, sensory nudge, visualization nudge, availability nudge, and representativeness nudge. Before moving further, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Accessibility nudge. Accessibility of automation infrastructure or pipeline setup helps to change the mindset of people. Accessible infrastructure for proof of concept and exploration can attract people to check the feasibility if CICD pipelines can be implemented, and if yes, what is the difficulty level. It makes continuous practices adoption faster, as installation and configuration activities are not involved in initial phase, and automation infrastructure is managed by an expert team. Limiting nudge. Start with limited tool sets, specific maturity levels, and be precise with what needs to be implemented and what is for the future. For example, use open source tools for automation and use Jenkins or GitLab CI for CI/CD pipelines. Keep all security vulnerabilities as zero or at zero level in the initial 6 months, and then manage bugs and vulnerabilities both together. It is important to understand that giving multiple options for continuous practices implementation can lead to chaos in the beginning, as it will be difficult to track the existing status with too many options and no standardization. Temptation nudge. Use short-term, easy gains as incentives to break the resistance. Implement deployment automation for the dev or staging environment so the teams can realize the benefits of end-to-end automation. Continuous code inspection and continuous integration are relatively easy to implement. So start with easy to implement continuous practices for large scale implementation, and that will help for visibilities and tracking. The social proof nudge. It is easy to convince stakeholders if we demonstrate the benefits of pipeline as code or infrastructure as code, essentially automation. It helps people to understand and change their mindset to use CI/CD. If one team can achieve specific benefits with respect to speed, quality, and stability, then other teams will be inclined to use and demonstrate similar benefits. Numerical anchors nudge. Measurement of different metrics provide comparisons and references. It sets a target for other teams to try to reach near to the targets, if not reach the target with respect to improvements. Another important practice is to publish statistics before and after DevOps practices implementation. It increases the visibility of effectiveness and improvements, and that tells a story that everyone wants to hear. Competition nudge. At the unit level or organization level, healthy competition for continuous improvements can transform the organization much faster than the processes and authority. This is one of the most important nudges in the organization. Highlight the good work and the continuous practices used by other teams to improve daily work. Sympathy nudge. Sympathy involves understanding from your own perspective. Empathy involves putting yourself in the other person's shoes and understanding why they may have this resistance to improvements or automation. It is important to be realistic and understand the point of view of the team rather than imposing automation on them. Sensory nudge. Create models such as train model to map continuous practices so all stakeholders or people who are sitting on the fence can understand vision and purpose effectively. CICD pipeline, quality gates, and other important concepts can be highlighted using this model. Innovative conceptualization and implementation of models spread the word much faster and increase curiosity in people. It also motivates them to adopt the same thing. Visualization nudge. Value stream mapping is one of the best exercises to identify manual steps in the existing application lifecycle management activities, and it provides way to improve with the use of automation or continuous practices. If there are better ways to do some activities with speed and quality, then people will resist less. The facilitation of people involved in the activities will also encourage others to improve and innovate. Availability nudge. Give the stakeholders statistics that provide the true scale of adaptability. How often issues come and how fast they are resolved and stability is restored. The information about benefits help in making decisions about the future when we need to use the same practices or same continuous practices. Representativeness nudge. Give the stakeholders facts and figures to dispel false stereotypes and incorrect assumptions and replace them with absolute numbers and also showcasing them the existing practices of automation. It is very much similar to social proof nudge. Understanding the vision of culture transformation is very important for the real implementation exercise for longer term. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to click the subscribe button and press the bell icon. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.